Good evening, everyone. A little later start tonight. Had a couple errands needed to be ran, but hey, we're back on the line. Hey, guess what? We're in Charlotte. Bet you couldn't tell that. But yeah, we're gonna actually fly for FedEx Express Virtual again. This time I've already got the ACARS running, and we're gonna be in a different airplane. Today we're gonna fly, as you saw on the poster there, Charlotte to Pittsburgh. Now, was this ever a real route? I don't know. Could it have been a chartered? Yes. Seen that a couple times with Emory when I drove. So, I mean, theoretically it could happen. And it could be a second stop or on its way. Who knows? So, who knows? We're going to fly, though, to Pittsburgh. How's that sound? We're going to be in the FJS 727 freighter in X-Plane 11. So if you're looking for the razzmatazz that X-Plane 12 2.0 has, wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow we're out to kill ourselves. But that's tomorrow. Oh, what a flight we have tomorrow. And it's not long. Well, maybe. It'll depend if we do more than one flight. We'll see how we survive the first one. More on that later, probably tomorrow. So now let's get ourselves up there. Now, here is one of two problems with the FlyJSim aircraft. One of them I don't think FlyJSim prepared for, and that is that VATSIM uses three digit, what is it? Oh, they got a name for it, doggone it. Anyway, 3 digits after the decimal point. And their aircraft are only equipped for 2. Nothing you can do, well, you could, but technically nothing in the default aircrafts that you can do to get it to do that. Now, there is one option. It can be cumbersome. Reason being is you would have to type .com, and I believe .com1 space and then your frequency, and it would change it to it. And you know, if you've got a lot of centers and approaches that are all playing on the half frequency, you never know. So debating whether this flight will be on VATSIM or not. So that is why. And the great ATC of X-Plane 1.0 that we enjoy in 2.0, that's not in X-Plane 11, unfortunately. So that's a downside too. So, and I mean, if you ever run into this situation and you want to use this aircraft, if you can figure out the data refs and what you need to do, and I do know people out there that have done this. I don't think they've shared it because I don't know if that would be legal or not. You could fly it on X-Plane 12, but you're going to still run up against this problem. But you could use the ATC then and the great weather. So, but anyway, we're right now kind of on the fence. We're going to kind of see how centers and all react, and see what happens. All right. Anyway, we're back on the line pretty close to where we were yesterday. South Cargo 9, I think, somewhere nearby. If not, we're a little shy of it. But anyway, that's what we're calling it. And there's Charlotte Douglas out in the distance. FedEx maybe also out in the distance. So, you know, we're as best we can figure out. There is only, with the default layout, one cargo spot, which I think sucks. But, you know, like many flight sims, a lot of parking sometimes for cargo is omitted so that they can jam up the terminal. So, but hey, you know what? We're still going to have fun. So let's go fly with Mike, shall we? We are, again, X-Plane 11. So again, clouds are going to really look more flatter, less volume to them. but they still look pretty doggone good. So before before X-Plane 12, and then add on 2.0, because they really upped the game. And if you haven't gone to X-Plane 12 or X-Plane's official Discord server, I highly recommend it. Make sure you can read for the announcements and other stuff in that block, because they have roadmaps they'll put out sometimes of where X-Plane 12 is projected to go. And a lot of us are foaming at the mouth for 3.0 to come out. So I know another guy that is, so look for that. We're in X-Plane 11. They're done with X-Plane 11. That's what X-Plane 12's for. But we get to enjoy it if you have it. So, all right, let's get into cockpit. Let's brief this out and get ourselves in the air. What do you think? Well, maybe. There it goes. All right, let's get Sim Toolkit up here real quick. I want to thank a streamer out there. I don't think I want to use his name in case he could get some trouble, but he offered to dispatch our flight today. And at least in the routing portion of it, and the way we're going, there is no weather. Really isn't much weather at all tonight, not like last night. Woo, last night, man, from Nashville to Cleveland, Detroit. Wow, what a line of storms. Some of you all could probably get on Discord here and tell me about it. They were pretty, they looked pretty intense, that squall line. So anyway, let's get going, shall we? We got Sim Toolkit up here, and you can see it's a lot. I mean, we still got a major complex hitting the East Coast, but it's not to the severity that yesterday's was. All right, so today we're flying Critter 6, FILDS, ILLSA, Q69 to RICCS to LEJOY to Deems on to LEJOY. And the runway 32, that does not ring a bell for me. Hang on. It's 8,000 feet. I got a feeling I would prefer the 2.8s in this case, preferably 2.8 right. So only because cargo's on the north end, and that would put us a heck of a lot closer. Don't get me wrong, runway 32 at 8,000 feet could be usable. And that too would get us there kind of quickly. But I would prefer the bigger runways. Yeah. Wow. All right, we'll take a look at this in depth here. All right, loadout for today. FedEx has requested we take 37,090 pounds north with us. They're going to actually put 24,000. I think we got 24,500 in the tanks. And disregard the peoples and all, because SimBrief still does not reflect cargo as much as they should. That's fine. 139 people, 520 pounds of cargo brought us up to that lovely number of 37,090. And there you can see it again. We are going to probably again take off 1.8 left and land on 2.8 right if that's available. Now today we're going to fly at 29,000. That's because of some of the weather in the area. We can technically get up to 34, and I'll show you how I know that. It's a technicality. But when SimBrief says 290, I kind of hang there. And we're going to cruise at Mach 0.80. These aircraft were not really set up for cost indexes, so they fly on a Mach number. All right, down to the weather. Okay, here in Charlotte, yes, we do have ATC currently up. I'm fine with approach. I'm fine with anything here in Charlotte. It's Atlanta Center that has the 975. It's that 3-digit after the decimal point that our radios on here can't handle. So we ran into this on a Frankfurt Friday, so with this plane, and had to disconnect. Not going to argue with them at all. It's not worth it. So, because you're going to lose. But they do have, let's see, expecting departures 18 left, 18 center, and I'm sure arrivals all 3 runways. But most likely 18 left, 18 center. Because you come in from 18 right, that's a hefty taxi. But of course they'd throw the cargo planes there. No, just kidding. Up in Pittsburgh, it's 31011, hence why SimBrief opted for 320. 10-mile visibility. We should be able to shoot a visual by what we're seeing here. Now, I have changed the clock here. Yesterday, if you caught that stream, if not, it's up on YouTube. A couple of shorts came out of that too. But that was actually flown in real time. So we actually chased the sunset. Tonight, the sun's already set. So kind of useless. Well, you just won't see the airplane. So that's why we're flying with an altered time. All right, so there you have the brief. We're going to hold off on the VATSIM stuff. I'm going to right now opt to not. Just because that center can, you know, with them on 132.975. Now, if they were 970, it's a good chance I'd go with them. But set there makes it very difficult for aircraft like mine to interact. And that's fine. I am not arguing the point. So that's why I'm going to keep it probably offline. Sorry, folks, to your much chagrin, I know. But I hope you're here to enjoy the plane. All right. Let's get this out of here. Real quick, we're going to do our departure brief. All right, so we're way down here. Actually, we may be in about the right spot. Anyway, like yesterday, we're going to push back, stay on the ramp. You're in the non-movement area at that point. Once we're fired up, then we would contact to gain entry to the movement area, which in our case, taxiway Charlie. Take her all the way up to the north and take off, okay? To the Great White North. Take off. All right, departure, Critter 6. First off, always look, make sure nothing in it. Oh, it's up here usually. Item 1, radar required. Okay. The big one that we need to always check is this for turbojets or turboprop? Depending on the plane, you want to make sure it takes care of that, because there are departures and or arrivals for either aircraft. Not necessarily, you know, don't try this one with a turboprop. Believe me, approach or whoever's got command of the airport will tell you, choose another one. And usually they'll tell you which one. Okay, in our case, we're going to take off 18 left, head straight out 183, I think it is. Directions are right over here. 18 left and center, climb 183 to 1,260 feet, then continue 183 until ATC says, okay, you've gone south far enough. Then from there, we plan for vectors to Jadine, then to Critter, then on to our transition, maintain 8,000. Expect an altitude of your cruise altitude 10 minutes after departure. Hence, that's where clicking that clock really comes in on brake release on the runway. 10 minutes from that point, theoretically, you could start your climb to cruise, but I would let approacher, whoever has you at that point, let them know you're climbing. Okay, so that's what we got planned. Looks a little like this, south to I think we'll do a left turnout. Yeah, and then kind of work our way towards J. Dean and then on to Critter. I think we're going to Filed. So, yeah, FILDS. All right, you ready to go fly? Let's go fly. Get charts out of here real quick. Let's get this plane going. I fly with two different checklists for this plane. One looks like this. I'll give you a peek at it. The other one I treat as proprietary to Piedmont Virtual, so I don't show it at all. But if you'd love to join Piedmont, they have it at their website. All right, so there's the one I use. This also comes with one called Solaris, and it's a really good checklist. So starting off, before start, we're going to check our logbook. Yeah, the joke book's up to date. Landing gear pins, yeah, they're somewhere in the plane. We'll do fire warning and overheat. Start levers are already in cutout. Light test, and I can already tell, if you all haven't noticed, right here, lower right-hand corner, there's a bulb out. We'll show you how to fix it. That's right, you came to Jet Mech 1, not 101, 1. $101, that's a couple of years down the road for you. All right, so here we go. Then we'll get into before start. Now, real quick, over here is a little menu that popped out from the side. All you got to do is put your mouse to it. You have your performance, how you load the plane, you know, not real difficult. I a lot of times use the random, but you know, you can however you want. Your fuel and your lower cargo. And then you have options. Now, one of the other big quirks with this plane is actually not a quirk. Highly recommend you do this. You've got 3 aircraft folders in your X-Plane 11 for FlyJSim 727. You have the 727-100 folder. You have a 727-200 advanced folder, and of course the 200 freighter. Go into each one of those. Stand by. There we go. Go into each one of those aircraft folders in the base. Okay, so go to X-Plane 11's base folder. So just open that up, look for aircraft. When the aircraft folder opens up, look for the plugins folder. This is in each of those aircraft. You'll have to do this. Okay. In the plugins folder, remove the XTCAS folder. Just either remove it, delete it, just get rid of it. Otherwise, good chance you'll crash to desktop. Okay. Sometime in the flight, be it right off the bat, 5 miles out from the runway, or at cruise. You never know when it's going to come. Get rid of that folder. Kind of like the flight factor issue going on. Kind of, you know, when you think about it, it kind of is. So with X-Plane 12. So, whoa, stop. There we go. All right, so then don't worry about anything with TCAS. It'll say disabled, you're fine. But you can fix everything else the way you want it. You can even get rid of that nasty thing called a tablet next to you, which they never even, weren't even a thing back then. But then I would turn my GPU and air card on. Next on the hip parade, This again is optional for you. The maintenance system, you can turn it on and the aircraft will kind of begin to play like it's old. Oh yeah, well it is old. It was built in the 60s. But you know, they do put, you know, they do fix them from time to time. No. Anyway, if something's broke, go to reports and it'll tell you and you can repair it. Now, if your APU gen goes out and you're in flight and you notice it, you can't fix it. Got to be on the ground. Same with just about every repair that they show here. All right. Last but not least, it actually comes with a checklist. Very basic. Follow these bullets and it will work for you. Just mind you, don't do anything with the TCAS, okay, which it doesn't call on this page. Just stay away from that. All right, so let's get to work. We got a lot to do. Okay, so we said we'll start with the overheat. Okay, logbook, we threw that in the outside at the terminal, so we don't have to worry about the joke book. And we can't find the landing gear pins. We're fine. No, just kidding. Fire warning and overheat. Let's do a little bit of that right now. Fire warning in the cargo. Sounds good. And some overheat over here. Looks good. And I'll be honest, I don't know how to overheat check here. I believe that's all of them. Oh, one last test we'll do is the CVR while we're here. Turn your emergency lights on and make sure those rascally packages back there stay in their seats. Turn the seatbelt sign on so they'll stay strapped in. All right, now we'll come back and do the full checkout here. We're doing the fire warning. Okay, that all looks good. Head over here. Overheat. Okay, that looked good. Don't think we have any other overheats. All right, I'm going to go ahead and turn the Gasper valve on. All right, so next up is the infamous FMS. And yes, I am running. In this aircraft, unlike FILDS, yes, you can put the SEVA INS system into it. You have to buy it. Where FILDS comes with it. Okay, that's your call if you want to purchase it, install it, and all that good stuff. Otherwise, just use what's default. Yeah, I know, it's not the greatest. We don't have a company route. So, well, I could have, but I just chose not to. All right, and KPIT. And for those of you wanting to learn about McDo's, this is very basic, so you can catch at least how to get it set up for a lateral navigation. All right, so we're going to go FD and an X with 811. That's our flight number. We'll execute. Now we'll have to put something into. So what I recommend, we just go to the departure page, pitch 18 left. And next page, we're looking for the Critter 6 FILDS, execute. Critters in there, and then I'm going to check our legs. Oh, I think it missed something. Hang on. Oh, hang on. Did it do it all? J-Dean Critter. J-Dean Critter. Oh, it is just a long 50-mile run to FILDS. Okay. All right, so back to F-plan. Go to the next page. And now we are going to put in our flight plan. Critter 6 FILDS, direct ILLSA. ILLSA. Get on the Q. 69. get off at RICCS, RICCS. And then we're going to LEJOY. LEJOY. Execute. Approach. All right, now I am going to make the audible. We're going to 2A right. You're being real mean here, guys. Why are they not available? Well, hello, sir. How are you?
Hello.
A long time no hear.
Yeah, right. By the way, you might want to. I don't know what they did. I don't know. Maybe it was me. Maybe I turned on the failures. But I was on minor final approach into St. Louis, HDF. What is that? Whatever that is. And
That's okay.
all of a sudden, I look down. My entire display is lit up. Everything's dead. I can't even control the airplane. I'm just sitting there in free fall. I was like, what in the world just happened?
In the 727?
No, it's 737-800.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I haven't heard of that error yet. I don't even know what.
No. What's going on with yours?
Oh, I don't know. I'm getting ready to fire up for Pittsburgh.
I see this. I'm in your stream.
I know, and I'm trying to figure out why they only are running 3.2 up there.
Mm.
It's an 8,000-foot runway. Plenty for me, but that's weird. Huh. Well, the good thing is, you know, with flight simming, I can pick whatever runway I want. Let's try ILS 3.2. What the heck? Let's see.
Well, I got interesting news.
What's up?
Where my mom is staying with my brother and sister-in-law and all my nieces and nephews. Lightning hit a tree.
Oh no.
No, not at their house.
Oh, okay.
It was a block from their house, though. Hit a tree, knocked it over. Everything everything in that one little house area went up in flames. There's a picture. I'm looking at a picture right now.
Oh, so the house that the lightning hit the tree at went up in flames?
It hit a power line, ignited the tree, ignited
the house and all that good stuff.
I'm looking at it right now. It's
prayers
crazy.
for that family. Wow.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we were having that when the tornado went through St. Louis, or maybe the the big storm prior, because we had such heavy winds. Power lines were just hitting things left and right, setting houses on fire, just like you mentioned here with a lightning strike. And the fire departments were already at it because of that, and then throw the severe tornado weather we've been having on top of it. Yeah.
Yeah. They live in, I won't say where in Washington. They live in Washington, D.C. And one of my nieces has severe anxiety, and I'm feeling really bad for her right now.
Oh, man.
Because could you imagine the sound of that lightning hitting the tree falling over and just boom.
I can imagine the thunder that came off just the lightning, let alone that explosion.
That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, just the sheer force of that lightning. We had a strike when we first moved in our house here in town.
Yeah.
Not this one, our last one. It was 2 or 3 away, and oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
It zapped some electrics, but yeah, nothing to that effect. Wow.
Oh, wow. It was, I'll see if I can, there's no identifying addresses or anything like this. I'll see if I can um save the picture and put it in your send it DM it to you.
Okay.
You can look at it.
All right. We're just getting the FMC finalized. Yeah, we're going to try this. What the heck? It's a flight sim. All I got it's a package flight. So the worst thing is you just don't get your FedEx parcel. Sorry.
Right. Nice.
Oh. Anyway, let's see here. So I got that page done. VNav. Climb. So we need to go to cruise. 29000. Click. And back to F plan. Okay. Oh, wait. That doesn't look right. What's wrong with it? Oh, yeah, it does.
Yeah, there. I just DM'd it to you.
Okay. I'll take a quick gander here.
When do you get a look?
I'll take it right now. Oh, man.
Okay. Yeah.
The tree hit, was that the one split?
Yep, the one that's on the, I don't really, all I know is that that's a tree and there's a house underneath the tree.
Oh.
As you can barely, it looks, yeah, there's something, it looks like a clubhouse or a house or something underneath the tree, but.
Yeah, there's flames.
Yeah, well, that too.
Oh, man, because there's a split tree right in sort of ahead of it.
It's bright red on the left-hand side, yeah.
Yep. Oh.
Or bright orange.
Definitely going to pray for them tonight. And folks,
yeah.
if you are the praying type, wow, that is something serious.
That is Mother Nature right there.
All right. Last thing we need to do.
I'm going to step away real quick.
Go for it.
I'll be right back. All right.
We're going to do a light check here real quick. And guys and gals, if you're out here with this plane still, figure your own way. And it'll tell you bulb replaced. And you can do the tests at this time. We're going to go real quick because I want to get going. I already know a couple more we got to get. And it's basically every bulb. If you don't, now y'all are going, well, we don't have to worry about that. There's another one. They'll catch you off guard. That's the main reason I do them. Believe me, the very first one I ever found caught me off guard. It was right here because I didn't know the reverse thrust lights were tested. Anyway, I go to push, power back like you normally did back then. And I'm trying to, why is number 2 dark? And that's why. There was a light bulb out. All right, so we did these. We'll do them just again. And don't worry if you do them more than once. I even do the ones lit. You're going, are you serious? Yep, there's another one. See, you didn't even know it. All right, but guess what? Here's one. I think I got these. Here's some more lights. It's pretty much anything you see lit up or could be lit up, that's a possibility. And I kind of like that realism because it kind of brings to light emergencies we used to get in the firehouse. And even though the pilots would take a good bulb, put it in the slot that's burned out, and for instance, landing gear down lock, it lights up. It's still a declarable emergency because the safety that it may or may not truly still be engaged. Definitely puts that cry wolf syndrome in you. All right, we'll get these guys. Okay. Almost there, kind of, sort of.
Alright, I have returned and I am back.
Awesome.
Yep.
All right, last set of light bulbs to check. Another one just got found. That's one thing I liked about this plane. All right, now the last thing we got to do is fire check on the APU. And I think we're good to go now. All right. Okay, so after that, we got our briefings, we got our fuel, passenger signs, just kind of going through the motions here. Takeoff warning, just move the throttle up till you hear the horn. Put it back. Navcom will get set up. And the altitude, actually, we really don't. I have really, unless they've dropped like they did last night, and they haven't, I'm going to stay offline tonight. It's just too much of a hassle. Okay, oil coolers, everything's set. Auto brake. Auto brake. By the way, couple things interesting about the bird. If you're looking for the transponder in the radio pack, don't. It's actually overhead. Don't know why. That's where Boeing put it. So, Mr. Duluth, are you out farming tonight?
I am not. I am.
I saw that on your Discord.
What's that?
That you were,
Farming.
yeah, you're out playing with the farming.
That wasn't me. No, that was,
Downwinds. Oh, it's a perfect night for ice cream.
okay. Hang on. I know who that is. Hold on. I have a couple people in there that might be Zen.
Downwind sim. We are doing great, sir. You could take, next time you're in the air, take the hot air back north or take it south. I don't care. Just get rid of it here. Say hi, he said to you.
Hi, it's Downwind Sam. Hi. How you
All
doing,
right.
Down? What's going on, buddy?
Let's see. Everything's set up, ready to go here. And here looks good. Altitude 8,000 initial. 299. Okay. We're set there. And the radios are ready. Okay. All right, Navcom's altitude, parking brake altitude, all set, ready to go. Let's fire up that APU and get this thing fired up. I really hate when I do that. All right, now if you don't have access to the checklists, again, they're right here. You can actually find this file and update it to what you want it to say. If you want to add things, subtract things, you can do that. It also tells you how to start the APU. Then what's needed to start the engines, beacon, galley, power packs off. You need at least 30 plus PSI on the bleeds to end your engine bleeds open, and then it shows you what you need to do. It's actually it's similar to FILDS, except not as where you have to hold on switches and all. And that's not even very long. Then you're before takeoff and so forth. We'll make note of this in a few. But for now, we'll leave it right there. Okay, the APU's on. Let's close it and head over. Oop, wrong one. There we go. Set your switch to APU. And fuel pumps on. All right, we're all set, ready to go. Real quick. Oop. Let me get this up again. We're looking at V1 126, rotate 126, V2 138. Set the bugs and call the exterminator. Okay, we are set, ready to go. All right, we're starting them up. Starter valve open. N2 is right there at 20. And yes, we're going to power back. Okay, we're just waiting for the exhaust to stabilize. Looks like it did. Let's head up and start up number uno. I keep clicking the wrong way. Okay, valve open. Click. Like I said, a little easier to get it fired up. X-plane. It's been me too. I don't fly X-plane 11 much, except really for this plane. The rest kind of moved to X-plane 12. This one has yet to port over, so X-plane 11 stays alive a little longer. I actually know a couple streamers that still utilize this quite a bit, just because their planes haven't come over yet. They will eventually, well, by the time X-plane 13 comes out, they'll probably have them ported over. The APU just crapped on us. So, real quick, here's how you can get around that, not to panic. First, switch over to external power. Or just go click, click, and click, and your engines are back because your engines were running. Oh, I know why. I forgot to turn the external power on when that happened. Anyway, so that's how you can get around that. And yeah, it failed. Go ahead and shut that off. Bummer. And to prove, here I'll show you now, we go to the maintenance system reports. Yeah, it's failed. We'll go ahead, repair it. Oh, you got to shut the, what? All right, well, we can't fix it till we get where we're going. Darn the luck, we're going to have to wait for them to plug in. All right. Stape trim. Actually, let's first get those on. Galley power's on. Good, good. We're set here. Set here. Double check our altimeter. Where are we? 2999. Okay, we're all set across the board. Probe heat. All right. Oh, yeah. And it does scare you, but all you got to do is flight plan legs, and guess what? It's still there. All right, let's see. Probe heat. Anti-ice flight controls flaps 20. Right next to the engine column on the left side, you'll see upper rudder and all of lower rudder, elevators and all of that. Guess what? They don't have elevons or your ailerons. So yeah, there's no way to know if they're actually moving. I guess you could see them from the cockpit here. I'm kind of skeptical of that one. All right, we're ready to go. Flaps. I think that'll get us down to 20. Flaps 20. And the trim, all you got to do is click in the green. We're ready to power back. Transponder TRA. Even though there's not going to be anyone to see.
Mike.
Yo.
Okay. Well, I saw that MD-11 last night that you were flying.
Yep.
Oh my God, is that a gorgeous one?
Oh yeah, the purple people eater like this one.
Mm-hmm. That was you were feeding my appetite to buy one.
Oh, they are. It's fun to fly. I'm not a huge fan of it in real life, but it's for me, it's a piece of cake.
Oh, yeah.
If you think Airbus, you've got a lot of that panel knocked out.
Okay.
Hang
How much
on.
is it? It's like $90, and there's almost
It's $90 for one of them, and I don't know what the cost would be to get the other version.
So which one? Which? So both the freighter and the passenger are separate. Is that
Yep,
what I'm taking?
they are separate.
I probably would get the freighter because I fly for UPS Virtual or Virtual Air Cargo or whatever it is.
Ah.
And I get my paycheck tonight at midnight. So let me or 1, 2 or something like that. So sure.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Somebody's in the chat. Who is in our chat?
It's Betty Daddy.
It's Bad Attitude. Sup, guys? Hey, I don't need a reroute. I'm going straight through it. Next plane 11. Here, real quick, let me get my taxi checks done.
Right.
Flight controls we already did. Weather radar. Now we can turn that sucker on, even though it probably won't show anything. But outside the window, we could see some storms. Here we go. We're going to go ahead taxi. We are not on VATSIM again tonight just because of the 3-digit issues that unfortunately we can't switch to without really. I mean, I'd have to do the .com one. That doesn't sound like fun.
You're not the only one. I saw that posted in someone's Discord. Oh no, in the X-Plane Discord, and I was like, "Oh my God, bring it now, please!
Oh yeah,
Please, can I have it like tomorrow?"
yeah. We got to go through something called 2.1 with a new heliport or some kind of heliport.
I thought it was 2.2 with the heliport.
Was it 2.2? Okay.
I think it was 2.2 with the heliport.
We got to go through that and some kind of scenery upgrades for designers, I think.
Yeah.
Then we get the weather update.
I know, and that's gonna be huge.
Now, bad attitude. Could I have a release, please, out of Charlotte?
No.
Ground stop, I'll bet. Tier 20.
Oh, Mike and Bad Attitude might be interested in this. I splurged the other day.
Uh-oh.
I bought the BAE 146 Professional.
Ooh, I've been thinking about that one.
That is a fun plane, if you can figure out how to get off the ground, which I did not.
I have actually had it in FSX.
Oh, yeah?
So I'm familiar, or was it a Century of Flight? Anyway, one of those two. It is such a fun plane.
It looks like it.
And I never, ever tried it where it's really good at London City Airport or Vale. I think it's Vale or maybe Eagle. They could actually come down the mountain straight in for the runway. Because of the speed braking and all. They had a special approach for them.
Yeah.
And, man. Thunderstorm,
Well,
17 miles northwest. I think we can handle it. Moving only 14 knots. Now we'll bust right through it. Hey, the cargo will be...
I'm sorry, I keep interrupting you. I'm so sorry.
What's up with the MD-11?
It's $83.95.
Cool.
I am adding that to my cart, and I will have it in my possession tomorrow.
All right. First thing I'm going to tell you with that plane, there is a tutorial flight and a tutorial checklist.
Okay.
And manual. Read.
Okay.
I would fly at least once or twice with that tutorial flight, El Paso to Memphis. Get used to it. Then start changing things up, but still follow it till you get it. Not into muscle memory, but you know, get it to where you can handle it. Because there are some big things with it, but you go through those in the checklist. It really helps them because it'll help you find things. And if you need help, of course, I can always, jump in.
Some help with it.
Tomorrow we'll be back in the Queen of the Sky, so that's as much as I'm giving away right now. And thanks for the shout out.
No problem.
Is that still the
Queen of the Skies?
exclamation mark so for that, or is there something else?
It's to give them the shout out that
Yeah.
I just did. It's / shout out. You have to spell out shout out completely, and then I just yeah. And then you can't give with that shout out. You can't give Bad Attitude another shout out for another hour.
Oh.
with that one. But if you do exclamation point SO, which is on yours, then yeah.
Yeah.
So.
All right. I think we're ready to go. RTO.
And
Yes.
on the electricity. The power's out in their house, like I told you.
Expected.
Yeah, and it said, and my mom, who was up there, said, nope. A friend of Ryan, my brother and sister-in-law, said it maybe maybe by morning.
Oh, are they super heated up right now, temperature-wise, or?
I hope so. Maybe they might stay at home. I don't know. I do know this. They're getting their house is being remodeled, so they may. I'm hoping they're going to a hotel.
Yeah, because like right now, thunderstorms like that would do something here in St. Louis of that level, or just take the tornado last month.
Right.
Temperatures were actually a lifesaver on that because they weren't summer temperatures yet.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if any of that would happen starting tomorrow, yeah, we're going to begin pushing 100 here soon. We have not even topped 90 yet here, and we're looking at pushing 100 through the weekend.
Oh wow. Yeah, we're supposed to get listen to this joke. We're supposed to get a heated advisory over the weekend. It's only gonna read 80 and 90. I'm like, dude, that's nothing compared to our use of it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're already there. 90 hopefully will get broke if it's been broken, I just never noticed. But it's about to heat up here. And by the way, tomorrow's summer officially. It is the official day of summer. All right, Charlotte Tower has cleared us for departure. Little did you know. But yes, the Queen of the Skies will take the sky again. I've had a request for the LTV navigation system. I have yet to dig in to see what's involved with this. They say it's easy. If I can't figure it out quickly before the flight, we won't be using it. One of these days, I'm going to change that so I don't keep going to the EFB. All right, let's light up here. Okay, we've got a couple things back here. Go to flight. What's the cooler going to? Ground off. Okay, engine stable. Positive rate, gears up. Okay, bringing the flaps up slowly. All right, back over here, we'll start chiming in. All right, we're on heading select. We're gonna keep going out just a little further. Packs are on. Okay. Okay, we're in climb power. We're climbing through 10,000. Lights off first. And we'll set for 280. All right, now let's go direct. Uh-oh, I think I passed it. Nope, let's go direct. First, nav GPS. All right, so let's look at that, what we had to do to get out of there. Okay, takeoff power was 97%, climb, and I recommend you set that to 92%, and it's N1. I'm a little hot. Why? You could set an engine fire. Believe it or not. Actually, not liking what it's doing right now. Okay, there it goes. You could get an engine fire. So then you got to deal with that and then look for your landing and all of that. So if you follow that checklist here, at 10,000 feet, we accelerate to 200. Oh, first off, flaps up by 200-ish. Get them up as quick as you can, once you can. But by 200 is a good number. And then at flight level 290, we're going to switch from indicated speed hold to Mach. And then actually we probably won't, because 29,000 is as high as we're going. So at that point, you then control it yourself. So you'll see what I mean here in a few. Right now, we just crossed 18. This alerts you that, yeah, it does not set your baro over here. So you got to do it, or just know what the idiot light says. And again, try to keep your heading bug close to your where your needle is, just in case a discontinuity comes up, just in case something's screwed up and you veer off course. You can snap it back to that heading by just simply down here pushing heading select. Always make sure to arm altitude select in climbs or descents. If you don't, you'll blow through them. Going up can be bad if you reach the top of your ceiling, but going down to ground, well, could make it worse. So we're through 20,000 right now. Okay, I'm just trying to maybe pull a couple more shorts off this. Let me try that again with the microphone on to the stream. Sorry for that, what they call pregnant pause. Just trying to get a short made of these thunderstorms around us and or behind us now. And I need to get in here because I'm sure we're about to overspeed. Oh, we're not there yet. Okay. Got to kind of figure out where I want us to be. They said Mach 8.0. That's not far off, so we'll go ahead and accelerate. Now, mind you, again, you're controlling the throttles here. The auto throttle only going to control your pitch to maintain speed. Once you level off, guess what? You become the auto. All right, we're very close. There we go. Altitude select is now green. Go ahead and set mode selector there. Now I'll use the caret here to let me know where 0.80 is. So that way I can tell if I got to inch in some power, pull it back to maintain that number. And obviously I already know we're going to pull it back. But let's just wait till we get there. Now, I've been told these do not actually work. However, I've had the plane get hypoxic before. Granted, now it's turned off. But, so something to be mindful of. Okay, we're getting close a little more. All right, let's see where we are. We're about 20 minutes out. DME wants us at 10,000 at Nesto. All right, so that's 19. We'll call it 20 times 365. We'll call it 70 miles from Nesto. $11, 17. So somewhere between RICCS and, okay, that top of descent may work. We'll start planning it at RICCS. So anyway, I hope y'all enjoy the flight. About 20 minutes out right now. We're getting into a little bumpity bump. And if you're new to the Twitch channel here, we'd love for you to smash that follow button. That'll just, it's free. Just let you know when we go live next time. Send you an email. However, if you're watching us for the first time on YouTube, hit that subscribe and that'll let you know when the next video releases. Which we just released one from yesterday. The MD-11 aforementioned earlier, Duluth has ready to purchase, and this one will come out. Just not sure yet when. Debating the date on this one, but that's what you would know if you select subscribe. All right, let's see how the weather looks. Oh, just peachy.
It's looking a little bumpy right now.
Yeah, it's bumpy, but it's peachy.
PJ. Okay, bars.
All right, give you an idea where this weather was or is still. So we got scattered storms, a little bit of a broken squall, I mean, very broken line, but we've pierced our way through it. From here on up, not much to worry about. Here's the Demi 5 arrival from LEJOY Pels, Nesto 10,000. Gruns is where we'll join the ILS and take her right on in. Now, if you head out to the East Coast, yeah, it gets a little nasty. Which is, I'm pretty sure, where our dispatcher would have routed us.
Your dispatcher is no longer in here.
Ah, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the direction we would have headed. Yeah, got to give these boxes and cargo a little run for their money. All right, we're hanging at 0.80. EWIS coming up. Now, let me pull charts back. Okay, 1113. Oh yeah, there is another quirk about this plane to know about if you have X-Plane 11 and wish to have a 727. All right. Let me kind of... No, I'm not going to be able to bring the radio. Oh, yeah, I will. Okay. This is nav 1 right here. Everyone note that's the one. It should go right here, correct? This HSI works off of nav 1. However, this box here with miles, that's off DME 2. nav 2. Very confusing when you look up here sometimes. So I just set both frequencies in. Saves a lot of heartache. Even though they're going to read the same miles, saves heartache. So we're just going to continue on. We got about 15-20 minutes to the airport. We'll start our descent here shortly. Again, we're at 29,000 feet, so it's not like we got a lot of altitude to lose, but we still have to do a descent. And yeah, we're just a shaking and baking up here. All right, descent, we'll get our minimums now. Click landing. Flaps 30, we're looking at a ref speed of about 133, so we'll come in at about 143. The bad thing is it doesn't tell you how much runway. Nor, I believe, and I'm going to check this out because I always wonder if SimBrief will tell us. Oh, it is. We'll need, well, with brakes, let's see, can I set them less? Nope. Max will need only 4,500 feet. Cool. All right, target set, auto brake will, they said max, so if we can do it there, we'll set it to medium. And we'll open the cooling doors as we begin our descent. And currently about 13 or so minutes to go. So I hope y'all are having a great week. It's been a rough one for me, only in the type of work I had to do this week at work. But yeah, it is, you know, what it's going to be. And it's not worth going any further than that. Off tomorrow, like I said, there'll be the Queen of the Skies in action tomorrow. Maybe shooting myself in the foot. But we're going to try to have fun with this one. So this one could prove problematic. So not certain yet if I'm going to use that LTV. I think it's called the LTV. I really need to read up on what's needed to operate it. But for sure, we are going. So if we have to use the FMS, we shall. Wow, Atlanta is still up. Yesterday they went down quickly. I don't even think we had time to get off the ground in Charlotte. All right, we just crossed RICCS, so top of descent is not far off. Let's see what it's saying. Another place to look is you can go to this. I hate when it does that. 2, 9. It's 15 miles. So let's get that number in there. It was 10,000 at Nesto. Now you notice it's not doing anything except flying 29,000. You got to first, well, technically all you got to do is move the top half up and watch your VSI to get it right. But to make it stop at 10,000, you got to turn altitude select on. Start our descent. By the way, remember, this is all old school. And then we just monitor it down. Just 10,000. So we're set yellow, altitude select, 10,000 in the window that's armed, and our vertical speed is set. And of course, pull back on the power. All right, we are descending again. Double check my ILS. Here's what the ILS is going to look like for those that like to see the charts. Across the tops, your frequencies. By the way, this is from Jepson, not FAA. I think Jepsons are better. I'm sure there's personal choice. They're a little bit pricey, yes. Okay, we're not slowing. So let's emphasize slow down. Next line, there's our localizer, 111.3. Okay. Now we cannot set our course yet until pretty much grunts. Looking real quick here. Yeah, we're not tracking a VOR, so we can't. So what we'll do is be mindful of that. Oh, we got a little slow here. Hang on. So we'll be mindful of that, but from Grunts, 18 miles out to Weiler, we'll make sure we get the right course in there. We'll come off GPS to nav and bring it in. Final approach course, we'll set 325 Trinity. Trinity is 5.5 miles out, or 2,500 feet. Decision altitude is 1,324 feet MSL or 200 feet. And 200 feet would be right on here. We'll set that. Actually, no, we won't. Get that in a moment. There's our missed approach to Winslow. Oh, I'm sorry, we're going to East. Oh, Elwood City up here in the top. Okay. And that tells you what to expect. Here's our course. Runs 6,000 feet descending. We're going to come in. We said 140 something, so about 1 minute 48 seconds from Trinity to the missed approach at about 750 feet a minute on the descent. We should have glide slope, so we'll be okay. And finally, 200 feet and 3/4 of a mile. Call the ball, Mav. RVR 40. On the ground. Coming in 3-2 right, we'll get off at the end or wherever and taxi our way up to cargo. FedEx is this one. UPS, and I'm thinking Prime Air over here. All right, and there we go real quick so you all can see where I get it real quick. The barometer here, 2998. Okay, and here we go. All right, we'll also accept the visual approach if we can find the airport quick enough. All right, we're set at 240, headed to Nesto, and then down to 6. Okay, off Demi will head 309, wait a minute, 303 to Gruns to intercept the 3-2 approach. All right, we're coming over Nesto, headed to Demi, 303, possibly. See how this works out. We may be able to
Mike, I'm going to step away. You seem to have this in hand, so I will
Alrighty.
talk to you some other time.
Alrighty, sir. Nice talking with you. Been a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute, so I'll talk to you later.
Alrighty,
Say
see ya.
Say hi to the fan for me.
Will do.
All right, have a good night, buddy.
Yeah, I'm going to may have the runway in sight. All right, so here we go. Get your predictions in if you're that type of person. Got a runway. Okay, here we go. Okay, I got 3 green on the gear. Slowing to approach. Plain as mine. Flaps full, gear down, cleared to land, 3-2. All right, cleared to land, 3-2, little high.
300, 200, sink rate, 100, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
All right, welcome to Pittsburgh, folks. By the way, this one did get logged by FedEx. All right, we make this nice taxi up here to the ramp and try not to get lost. Okay, so we got to go to Bravo, cross at Bravo 1 to Alpha, into, and then a right on Alpha Alpha. Remember, we can't use the APU, so we have to go to ground power. All right, again, welcome to Pittsburgh. We're about to shut down here. Hey, I hope you enjoyed the flight. It was actually pretty fun. Nice having Duluth on the air with us on Discord. Hope you all enjoyed Downwind Sim being here. Bad attitude. And I hope you all really enjoyed yourselves. You know, X-Plane 11 is really the only place we can fly this plane. And I know some of you are more knowledged at the data refs and all of that are involved with X-Plane to be able to make this capable of X-Plane 12. I'm not, so that is why we're where we are today. You know, X-Plane 11. Love to showcase this in, but it is what it is. All right, so let's get this thing shut down. That was weird. Never had that happen before. All right, they got us connected. All right, we are on the ground. Let's see how we did. Well, it looks like the airline clocked us at 83 feet a minute. I actually didn't read the messaging that came up. I just saw great landing. All right, let's take a look. Just to verify, and then we'll check our trackers here. There it is, 119 knots, 83, 1.1 G. Wow, really? Wow. All right, that's pretty good. That is what we shoot for. And by the way, I guess, were chasing the sunset. I really didn't realize that. All right, beacon off. And over here. All right, I think we're good here. Real quick, let me show you what that's like to fix the problem. Okay. Oh, wrong one. Well, looks like we got a lot of stuff going on here. All right, we need the APU generator. It failed. Engine 1, 2, and 3 need maintenance. So we'll get the generator. And that's all you do is click on maintenance. Then we go back to status, like new, like new, like new, and this will probably fail on the next flight. Just the way it is. By the way, this was the first generation of aircraft, the first aircraft type to have an onboard APU designed into it. So obviously that's what they're simulating. It's something new. So yeah, some trivia there if you ever get that question. All right, so we got her fixed. Shift F1 will bring down the air stair in the back. And let's take a look at just how we did. We'll start off with Elevatech. I believe this is actually public now, so you all can go out and look for it. Pretty good program if you're, and I know they don't like us saying the word Volanta. It's very Volanta-ish. I was kind of hoping for a little bit of what Sim Toolkit provides as great learning reference material, but you know, hey, it's got a long way to go. They're going to probably still be adding stuff here soon. All right, anyway, here's the flight. You can see centers are still kind of up, Atlanta and Indy, plus Charlotte approach. There's our departure and so forth. The weather we flew through or lack of, but there's what I was talking about on the eastern seaboard. Going into Norfolk could be fun. All right, so let's complete the flight. And let's check it. All right, day 2, 89 feet a minute, 122, 1.4 Gs, however they got. And that's all you get here. It tells you you flew for 54 minutes, even though they gave you 219. Where they get that, I don't know. FedEx didn't put it that long. Here's our routing, weather, and so forth. All right, so I mean, it's basic information. Is it for most pilots in the flight sim world? Is that good enough? Probably. I, on the other hand, have a private pilot's license, not in the flight sim world, in the real world. I haven't flown on it in quite a while, 30 plus years. But I try to still do this as best I can, and make the best. We all try to make our great landings. So, and I think Sim Toolkit, you'll see, gives you that. Now, here they got us at 199, still a great landing, 122 at a 1.4. Cool. Okay, again, complete the flight if it didn't already for you. Click the flight. Now, you're going to get the basic information we just got regurgitated at us again. Okay. However, click full landing report. This is where I think Sim Toolkit elevates it. Oh, man, there is a whole lot of good on this landing. Besides these numbers over here. This is what Sim Toolkit does. Shows you visually where you hit the runway at. Again, just for those gee whiz, people out there that like to know things about aviation that may not, this is considered a displaced threshold. You're not supposed to land in it. In a flight sim, doesn't matter. In the real world, hey, Lone Wolf, deleted a message. Let's see, trying to spam. Okay. Saribot got him. Okay. However, from where the blue dot is, obviously not out there in the real world, that's your threshold line forward down the runway. That is your landing zone, and the last set of hashes will be the end of it, 432. Now, you'll see marks on the other end. If you start seeing them and you're over 100 knots on your rollout, I'd start really hitting the brakes. But anyway, 500 foot are these hashes. This big pad right here in the middle, that's what we aim for in visual conditions. Just a good point to land in, plenty of runway to roll out, everything, it just right. We landed 1,300 feet down the runway. That point there is 1,000 feet. Also, PAPI's right here. ILS is also set up to put you on the glide slope right there. So 1,300 feet down the runway is perfect. On the center line is 0.43 feet off of it. That, folks, picture perfect touchdown, landing, rollout. And we came off about right here, taxied right over here to FedEx. UPS, my guess, I have no idea, but I'm going to say that's prime air. I could be wrong. I usually am. But anyway, then you got your numbers over us. So I said, you got a lot of stuff you can look at and learn from. Okay, so I need to get the nose up. You saw I put the nose up too high, and then as I brought her down, she touched. Perfect. Roll, a slight bit of a wing dip, probably because we were battling a little bit of a crosswind. And I mean, everything's 1.4 off the center line. Man, just a great landing. So, man, I'm shocked. Really pulled that off pretty good. And I hope you enjoyed the flight. We're going to wrap it up here. I hope you enjoyed the 727. Federal Express is the original name of FedEx. And that's the original colors till they brightened it up with an all-white fuselage and the mixed match colors you see. All right, y'all have a great night, great Friday. Tomorrow, like I said, might as well shoot myself in the foot right now, but we're going to have an interesting flight that hopefully will stay online. We're flying the 747-200, just a teaser, just to let you know what we're doing. We may or may not be able to get other flights in. We'll see. You know, who knows? Tomorrow will let us know. So tonight, y'all were great. Thank you. Great turnout. And we'll see you tomorrow. Check my Discord channel. If you haven't come over yet, here is a link in the chat room just to let you know invite over to the Discord, and we'll try to announce as early as possible. Y'all have a great night. Thanks again for being with Flying with Mike, and we will see you tomorrow. God bless.